Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be playing some Atraxa Kami War style deck today. It did well in the challenge. It actually won the challenge recently. Changed a couple of things for best of one, but other than that, this is pretty much what the stock list was from them. I do not have the sideboard in here, so if you want that, you'll have to go and find it on Goldfish, or we might have it in the description. I'm not sure. Other than that, this deck is basically built around Atraxa. If you haven't seen Atraxa yet, or you're just getting into the format for a while, when it enters the battlefield, reveal the top 10 cards of your library. For each card type, you may put a card from among them into your hand. So you get to put an artifact, battle, creature, enchantment, instant, land, planeswalker, and sorcery into your hand. So it can draw you a ton of cards. A lot of times you're averaging like 3 to 5, I guess 4 most of the time. But other than that, we have the distinct cards in Brotherhood End, Depopulate, Burn Down the House, Leyline Bindings. We have our draw engines in Fable and Reckoner Bankbuster. We have a couple of spot removal cards in Strangle and Go for the Throat. Blue Sun's Twilight is not necessarily spot removal, but can help take control of the game by taking the permanents we can't deal with in terms of creatures. So a lot of times we'll be taking like a Shieldred, any other thing that's annoying. Sometimes we'll take a token for 2 mana from a Fable. Other than that, we have a couple more one-of bombs in Farewell, Eternal Wanderer, and the Kami War, which we'll get into later in the games. But we're going to try this out on the ladder and see how it goes. Okie dokie. Opponent goes first. We have a weird hand. We do not have the mana to play Brotherhood End. We can play Bankbuster on turn 3, you know, off curve like we want to be. Mono red. This is probably by far our hardest matchup if I had to pick one. So let's play Triumph, pass. I take a ton of damage. We actually are able to cast this Brotherhood in now. Never mind, it's not mono red. I don't know what it is now. Play this, maybe get Lightning Strike. No? Mono flip, they don't play anything to benefit from the 1/1 counter. 3 mana here. Able? Ancestral Anger? Okay. I've not seen this creature. At the beginning of your end step, if you control a creature with power greater than its base power, create a 1/1. Okay. Gonna wipe the board here. We're feeling pretty comfortable about that. We have a binding that we could play next turn for 2 if needed. Also, we have another Brotherhood in to back that up. Don't really do anything. We can play Tower, but it doesn't reduce binding, so we're not going to have it active. So I'm going to actually play a Sundown Pass, play the Bankbuster, and now I have Leyline Binding available in case they play a big threat that we need to deal with immediately. And the good part about playing against this red-white deck is we have a chance of them not having any spot removal for binding. Like mono. It's just come on our tribal. More card, Mirix. We keep that in our hand for now. This other tower now. We could have held it to cycle potentially, but I don't really want to. I think this is the same game plan is to happen. We're going to play this Bankbuster and hold up a binding. Get them both started if we need to. So they can eventually come up and block for us. It must have drew something bad, I guess. I don't... They really just didn't do anything. We just... I guess. I don't know. They weren't even hitting lands. I go first, and I have the weirdest hand that I've had so far with this deck, and I'm going to keep it. Why not? So we're going to play the Jetmir Garden. Always turn 1 tap land with this deck, pretty much. However, I get to play a turn 2 untap land, which doesn't happen very often. Atraxa off the top, just like we wanted it. We'll just play the Sokazon now. Cool part about these not man lands, but these type of channel lands is Even though you might not benefit from every single time you play them, it's just in this format they're pretty much better than just playing any basic. Might as well play one. Lose this to a cut down. I don't remember the last time I made a treasure off my Fable. A Lily, maybe make me discard. I'll get rid of an Atraxa if needed.
And you think you can win? Drop it.
Yeah, we're pretty far from Atraxa, so we'll let it go. Got rid of a Phyrexian Arena. That is so upsetting. This probably isn't going to get us there. Blue Sun's Twilight is probably an option. Depopulate's also not a great option. I would rather try to potentially steal their Shieldred, blow it up. I guess the argument's like Atraxa, but then we only have 2 in the deck. I'll let the Blue Sun's Twilight go. We have 2 more. Play a tower. There you go. This activates way more colors, so we have to get it down. We now have our 2 red. We have our 2... Not 2 blue. I'm lying. So this card in Arena, which pretty much what we knew was going to happen. I give them a basic here. I think we just see what happens.
We all have things.
I think I have to blow this up. Then I'm going to get Invoked Despair, and it's going to be really bad. Ordinary land. So a cool thing here, even if they want us to sack, we can actually get around that. Mirix making 1/1s. A Sorin, not great. Their card advantage is way higher than ours, but we do have a burn down the house. We're going to use here most likely. Hopefully on this Atraxa they just down tick.
My ways are not for the
A plus. Getting rid of this Atraxa is what I have to do.
Your secrets.
My turn. Create a 1/1. I just let all this go. I feel like I have to. There's too much value here. I don't think it's that important to get one thing started over another. My dog is attacking me.
You picked a fight with the wrong.
Let's get rid of both these planeswalkers. I think it's a lot to give up.
Zombies and leave.
Not a lot to give up. For me, it's like not enough to not give it up. Right on time. Right on time. Oh, that's mine. Thank you. Nice. I'm the Shieldred player now. Ah, just follow him up. Oh, no. Uh-oh. That's not good for us. I'm going to play a Bank Buster. I'm not going to lie to you. This is going to hit me so many times. This deals damage to it. That's not great. I don't know how to tell you guys this, but Phyrexian Obliterator is not a fun card for us to deal with. Basically on the train and making enough 1/1s that we get to sacrifice all those to this Obliterator if we have to. Lose that. Take one. I don't want to draw a card. I kind of need to draw a card. Turn. And now I have an Atraxa available. I draw one. Go ahead and draw another card. We still have a Mirix activation available. Is there a way I can Brotherhood in just to kill this Trespasser? Because that'd be cool. I'm gonna make it. For some reason, I thought I got Menace. I'm gonna make them if they have to tackle this Trespasser. I'm just blocking it. Which they might, in response, then give this -4/4. Which would not be great. Here's another Atraxa. They only need one card? See if they give it -4/4. Nope. Okay. To deal with that. Probably end up drawing another card here. Well, oh, it's a sorcery. Okay. That makes so much more sense. Not sure. It is big gone, that's for sure. Need to draw something to remove this obliterator. None of these are answers, I can tell you that much. Cycle. We have go for the throat. We have more cycle lands though too. So if you think about it, this is 6 mana, draw 2 cards. Go for it. Hit me. Sure. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure this is just Wasteland. Well, not even that. They even get a land. I don't want those lands anyway. Don't worry about it. Oh, okay. Hey, Leyline Binding can actually answer one of these. Nice. Sure. Atraxa's pretty good at that too. Oh, we even have a treasure. That's so sick. Let's play this one. I'm gonna grab this one. I'm gonna grab this one. I'm gonna grab one of these ones. I'm gonna grab one of these ones and one of these ones. I would like to put these 5 cards into my hand, opponent. Is that okay with you? Do we go for the throw? One of these? What do we do here? Provided binding. So I don't want a binding and then they top deck Invoke Despair, because that would be bad. I'm just gonna pass. I think. Just see what happens here. You want to play another Field of Ruin to blow up one of my lands. Cut down. Sure. Full crew. Not that I'm blocking, probably. Although I could. I might just block this 4/5 shielder with it. So we're going to blow up Obliterator. And then... I guess I don't have to block. This thing got lifelink. Nah, you can hit me. Go for it. You got a big dog. Get in. Sure. Oh no, I'm losing more life. I would like to attack you and gain 7. This has Vigilantes. Ask me if I knew that before starting today. I know this is a lot to do this. But I'd rather keep this for an Obliterator that I can't really remove. Okay, Fable. Go. We only have one more Atraxa in the deck, so this kind of does have to get us home. Ah! I'm trying to send him the heart. Yeah, that land's pretty brutal. But, you know, did I have fun? Of course. Oh, yeah, this is more like it. Tap lands on turn 1. And turn 2. We play Jetmir's Garden first. To have the white available in case we draw a Leyline Binding. Don't. That's fine. Play an Xander's Lounge. Get it down. Play a turn 3 Bank Buster. Just kidding. We'll play Fable. in which my token will get cut down. Maybe get cut down. Could we go for the throat? Not really sure. Oh no, not the underdoogie. Just gonna play Fable. I could just remove the underdog, but I don't really feel like it right now. Blue Sun's Twilight will be a valuable card here later. Take some of their big threats away if we need to. Will not be blocking. I'll make them waste a card to remove my 2/2 if I need to. Hey, they play Fable. This card up to 2. I'm gonna keep this Emperor. Cycle the Garden? Seems good. See what happens here. If they try to let this value go through because they think they're going to get their 2/2, I'm going to take their 2/2 with Blue Sun's Twilight. 6. Play his tower. Pretty sure. Mana value 0 less. It doesn't say non-token creature, so I'll take this. You. It's mine. Alright, pass. We're going to hold up go for the throat for anything that we need to remove. It's kind of annoying to play against like any deck that's playing black and then constantly have to play around shielded for the entire game, and that's like your main focus, especially when you're a deck that like it's in the script, dude. Like that. Wonder if they'll play it this turn. No. I don't have a creature in there. You're gonna eat your own shielded? Okay. I feel so weird. Maybe they got scared because I stole their creature. Now they don't want to give me a creature of theirs. I know what I said. Nah, I'm gonna let it go. Because if anything, I'm going to remove this 3/3 so I can get free two free treasures. Also, Corporate Praise is way worse for me whenever they flip over this Fable. I mean, one of these tokens is getting cut now. Here we go. Hey, Leyline Binding is pretty good at removing things. It's better than, I would say it's better than the average for sure. At removing permanents off board. We're going to play a Bank Buster. We're going to activate the Bank Buster, hoping to draw it land. We play a lot of them, and we hit one, so take that. In turn. We'll let all this go. See what happens. See what I need to be binding. They are going to go to combat. Going 3/2. I'm going to 11. Go for the throat. Destroy my reflection. Side Harvester. Fine. Thing we can't allow to happen is this reflection to be untapped. Please don't be playing Spell Pierce. Will cry. Something I thought about after I put this on to this. Why is it so colorful? What is that? Take this. The only downside really with this is that if they get to it, this is a pretty good thing for them to blow up. Because then they get their entire Fable back. See what we get. Raw. I need a board reset here. I'm gonna find it with that. You have untapped Wandering. I keep saying the Wandering Emperor with this, but it's the Eternal Wonder. I'm not gonna lie, this art makes it way harder to read for me. More than one creature can attack the Eternal Wonder each combat. Exile one artifact. I'm just not going to attack this time. I will be glad to trade off both of these if it comes to that. I'm just gonna be a sack of blood token. Do whatever they want. Still begs the question why they just like crashed their Shieldred. Moved on. Again, we will be double blocking if it comes to that. I just block both. In case they try to remove one. Nah, I'm gonna let it go. Hardest part about this is realistically they probably want it to keep blitzing this from the graveyard to draw cards. We kind of just have to let that go. Shieldred happens now. And draw. And depopulate, which lets them draw a card. And that would happen before the Emperor's ability would resolve. So we're going to play this, let them keep their Blood Tithe Harvester, lose the Eternal Wanderer. Well, one creature can attack, not two. So I get to pick, right? For each player, choose a creature that player controls. Each player sacrifices all creatures they control not chosen as well. Okay. I get to pick. I'm picking this. You can have that one. That one's fine. Hit tank. Keeping the dog here. You only attack it with one creature. Just skip combat. You can still attack with both creatures. That one is a cool draw. You like to block. Getting ready to do something so sick. Now, listen, it might be the wrong play, but it's the play I'm making. I would like to play this one. Especially if it's bad. I will grab this. Ooh, actually, I want this one. I like this one. Smith 3? Sure. This is my land. Do this one. Put a minus step. Alright, we're gonna grab more cards. Grab a Sokazon. Grab Kami's War and Bankbuster. And we'll talk about the Kami's War here, because I know we skipped over it in the intro. Basically, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls. Return up to one other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, then each opponent discards a card. FYI, I failed to do this in one of my playtest games. You have to return a creature or effect. This is weird. I mean, that's gonna go. It's gonna happen. Just a negative 4/4. I lose my Atraxa and I get real sad and cry. No? Oh. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I just put like 7 cards in my hand. I would probably pick them up too. But just real quick. Return up to one target non-permanent to their owner's hand, then you discard. It's really good, especially if they only have one card. Or if it's a token, you can bounce it, and then the token will be gone, then they have to discard from hand. Whenever it attacks, defending player chooses a non-land card from your graveyard, return that card to your hand. All of our non-land cards are pretty good. And then it gets an XO. It's really good with like Leyline Binding, because whenever we put that back in our hand, it is 6. So this would be a 12/6. or Atraxa, then it goes all the way up to a 13-6. So that's pretty good for us. I go first. I can actually play a Bank Buster on 2 and then a Fable on 3. Even though these cards are worthless right now, I'm going to keep. And I'm blue-red. Pretend they're mono black. No, they're just mono black. Sad. We're probably gonna play a Bank Buster, play Rafine's Tower next turn, and just draw a card with Bank Buster, play the Fable after. Maybe Leyline Binding something if we need to. No, not a 2/2. Just let me out. Or do I just play a Fable? But if that leads into a cut down, it feels really bad. Yeah, we'll just play Garden. Stick with the game plan. Where we can play Fable next turn and Binding next turn. No, we can't. Because this will enter tapped. Edge. Oh no, an underdog. It'd be really cool if we, I don't know, draw a board wipe. The Strangle's in a way a board wipe if you think about it as a board wipe. We'll get rid of the sleeper and we'll put underdog under a binding if we want to put any under one. And under a binding's better than going to the graveyard where they can keep bringing it back to draw cards. Attack 4/3. It's allowed. What do you want with me? Let me go. This basically tells us that they're just holding a lot of removal. Can confirm that easily. We want to play this so when we play this Fable, we can actually still tap our Bank Buster and draw a card. Always want to be drawing, never not want to be. Look at that. It also could be the same deck we just saw. I don't know if Alex put it in, considering it wasn't much of a game. I was just getting bullied. Each opponent sacks a creature token. For the ultimate plot twist of a lifetime. Okay. Come on. Nope. We'll let it go. We have a land play Atraxa next turn, so we're not going to do that. Which I guess I don't know. I guess realistically we should let this go then. Because it would have been nice. Well, I can still crew it up with Atraxa, so whatever I'm saying doesn't matter. Attack. Let it go. That's what I'm talking about. Get in there. I would like to play this one. Is that okay? The Shieldred's Edict, we're crewing up his Bank Buster and letting it get sacked. We will grab this one. This one. I'm going to take this untapped source. I guess Mirix is probably the take. Fable and go for the throat. Alright. Put these amount of cards in my hand. Go to discard. Discard 3. We'll discard this land. Fable, because it's like Fable would be reading the discard stuff. I said then probably the worst along with that. Not really dealing with the threats we're going to have to deal with. This is an Obliterator. Make it fight my Atraxa. I will cry. Not really, because I have a binding for this exact play. Bushwhack? Oh no. What if I play this one? Is that fine? Sure. I would like to remove probably 7 permanents. I just like don't care if you can't remove my 7/7. So it's like hit you for 7, gain 7. Sure. One. These ones. Our opponent got to do something incredibly cool, but it just didn't matter. That's so weird. I had to sack 7 permanents and they lost. Nice. All right. Post game wrap up. The deck is good. It won a standard challenge besides, of course, of a couple of cards that we switched to play best of 1. Most of the cards function pretty well, especially if the meta is going to be a little bit slower and you have time. Casting Atraxa was never hard, but then again, the amount of triumphs we play, it should not be hard ever. But Leyline Binding was pretty good. A lot of decks play main board Leyline Binding removal. By main board Leyline Binding removal, I mean enchantment removal. So it is something to be aware of. Buster, of course, being an all-star draw card along with Fable, just helped filter us the entire way. And this removal felt good enough. I was curious why Strangle at the beginning wasn't like cut down or something like that, but Strangle being able to hit the planeswalkers matters as well. Blizzard and performed in spots. Wasn't like incredible, but kind of what we needed to have. Blue Sun's Twilight was also incredibly good. The amount of times it actually was able to take an important permanent, especially even into playtest games that you probably won't see. Taking a lot of permanents, I took a Shieldred and I went with that, so it's pretty good. And then Farewell never really came up. It had a chance to, but I believe we lost before it could. Depopulate's like fine. And then Eternal Wanderer probably almost could be anything else. It was fine in one spot, but most of the other times you're probably discarding it if you draw it too early to try to find some more stain cards like Burn Down the House and Leyline Binding. Other than that, the deck felt pretty good. It won the challenge for a reason. Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed and catch you in the next one.